What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. Well, you see the title, rather. You only want them now because you need them now. I've been listening, to not just the interactions, the Kevin Samuels, the King Riches, the Jessica X, who've all keep doing what you're doing good things. But I've been listening to some of the ladies who sometimes I understand where they're coming from, and sometimes they just over the top to me. And here's the thing about it. What's up, Dana? In your live, what time is it? Shoot, then I gotta eat. We could do it tomorrow, though. But you only want them now because you need them now. And see, this has been years in the making, where you got people who, how can I say this? They want a high value guy, right? You keep people keep bringing it up. But you didn't want that guy years ago, but you want him now. Why do you want him now? Because you need him now. He's got enough money to take care of all of your mistakes, very much so understood. This is the problem now. So now these guys got to make enough money. Now they got to do all this. Appreciate it, Haitian. So this is what we're going to talk about, flat out. Why do you want these guys now? Because when you were younger, you didn't want them. You didn't see the value of these guys when you were young. Maybe you were more attractive, and I'm gonna put to the side this idea that, I noticed, men age like fine wine and all that other stuff, but there are hordes of guys who women would deem attractive that they didn't talk to because, that wasn't what they wanted at that time. He's too nice. That's kind of, he's about marriage. You know what I mean? That's a guy for a relationship. You wanted to have fun. So you had all your fun, So now you need this guy. See, you didn't want this guy before you got pregnant. You didn't want this guy maybe the second or third time you got pregnant. At first. But see, after that, maybe first, second, or third time, then you realize, with all the my baby daddy ain't this, these men are no good type of talks. Now this guy, oh, I got, wow. I can't, you give me a heart attack. But now, yeah. Hold up. I'm gonna say this. I'm good. I am absolutely good, fortunate. I'm on a hospital power grid, so mine never went out in Texas. So I'm good. Now, this is where we're at though. After the first dude got you, or the second or third, whatever, could have been the same guy. Now all of a sudden, I need a guy like him. Thus, these conversations that happen with people who are employed and they know about these guys, the blue collar guys. Oh, my bad. You know about the blue collar guys with these conversations where he got benefits. What does that mean? That man, either he has medical and dental vision, which is health insurance at a great price. And you want to get with him so you can add you because, maybe you don't have insurance, or maybe it's kicking your butt to pay it. And, and maybe, just maybe, because if you got kids and people forget about the child support thing, mothers are supposed to pay a certain amount of health care, You know, so if you have multiple kids, you still got to pay the health care for those kids. You know, so that's a whole problem. But you want a guy with benefits after a while. You know, and some of y'all think y'all slick and y'all want to get these guys to put your kids on a method. Um, the same thing goes with people's retirement. You know, you want these people to have, you realize you haven't been responsible with the money, because a lot of this stuff is starting to happen now, on the back end of all the years of baby mama drama, baby daddy drama. And what I mean by that is a lot of these conversations are going on with people, they know what kind of man they need now. It's because their kids are either almost of age or they're of age. And now they blew that whole opportunity, and now they single, and now there is no governmental assistance, governmental benefit for them to be a single mother, because the kid's gone or they're about to be gone. So you didn't want him then, but now you want him because it's beneficial for you. Thus, these conversations people are having with this idea that, what are you bringing to the table? Thus, the offense. This is why people get offended when people ask, what are you bringing to the table? What do you mean? What I got to bring to the table? Exactly. You thought you could just show up and be big leeching. Big leeching. So it's like, oh, okay. Well, but here's a question. You had ballers, right? You had ballers in your life, right? You had the street ballers, you had the entertainment ballers, you had the business ballers. Well, how come you never got chose? See, you want them now because you wasted your choosing time with those guys because you were just having fun anyways. You wasn't even, see, a lot of people think about it like guys who are in their baller phase, a lot of them are playboys and they're single, right? And they are taking advantage of our women by just not settling down with one. But a lot of y'all don't take into consideration, there are plenty of women out here that like to date those guys in that lifestyle and they like to be single. They just want the benefit as far as attention and status and clout from dealing with certain guys. In that phase, some of these ladies didn't want to be a wife or a girlfriend. Well, I take that they didn't want to be a wife. They would have been a girlfriend. They would have been a girlfriend. They got no problem with that. But all of a sudden, that guy is unfaithful, which you were only with him for clout anyway, so you're not with him for him, you're with him for attention. You're unfaithful in the premise also. But now you want somebody who can be faithful. You didn't want faithful. You wanted attention. And now when you're running out of attention, you want faithful, because you want somebody who's going to give you all of the attention in a consolidated fashion. He gonna give me all the attention now that I used to get from all those other people, because lo and behold, a little bit over time, the people don't pay you any mind anymore. You washed up, you a has-been, or they just tired of seeing you. So you can still be super fine, but they could be tired of seeing you. I'm tired of seeing your face. Just like when you used to go, when people used to do the nightlife in the nightclubs, and you go to the same spots. Some people were fly, some people were fine, some people were attractive, some people you were very intrigued by. But if you've seen them 2, 3, 5, 10 too many times, you're like, nah, I'm tired of you. I'm just tired of seeing you. So now we got to deal with this concept. You only want them now because you need them now. See, when people are talking about this online thing, it's not really, gender war. I think that's all over with, But people. It seems like newer people come along and try to restart it, and the people that had already put it to bed, you know, and that might be a age thing, a generational thing, or just a new to the space thing, right? Because people comment on old videos and get a bug up there behind, and they want to start making content. You know, it is what it is. Appreciate you, fam. I'm working on it. But this is the thing. Y'all want to play? Because you want them now. Okay, so you want them now. You need them now too. So now that you need this guy, you might need his benefits, you might need his money, you might need his attention, or ironically, you might need his work ethic. Because see, sometimes when people were younger, they didn't like these guys who just went to work and went home. Went to worked 10, 12, 14-hour days, came home. You didn't like that guy. And then you realize that kind of work ethic, you wind up somewhere in life. So see, you didn't want him now because maybe he was considered boring because maybe he was tired. He wasn't fun. He didn't want to go out because he was tired. He didn't blow your back out at every occasion because he was tired. But see, all of those overtime days add up. And those guys working those jobs, working at overtime, either they figure out a schedule that's good for them, that conserves them energy over a period of time. They put money to the side. It grows over time. They invest over time. Now they don't work as hard as they used to. Now you need him. Because God forbid, you got kids and you didn't teach your kids a strong work ethic. Now you need a man to come along and teach your kids a strong work ethic. So now you want him to be in your life so he can teach you and your children that hard work pays off. Which, by the way, isn't another, is selfish. But you only want him now because you need him now for something. But, and see, this is where it goes left, because some people assumed that these type of guys that you didn't want when you were younger were either had trouble getting women or they were going to have trouble in the future getting women because everybody was kicking it. Everybody was kicking it. So since everybody was kicking it, since everybody was kicking it, you could come back because he works so much. He don't go out. He don't know these streets like that. He don't know this nightlife like that. He don't know all this partying and this living going on. Au contraire, mon frère. He just didn't do it a lot, but he knows more about it than you think. So now you realize this guy's actually popping. You know what? He working with something. And some of y'all, that's figuratively and literally. It depends on the women. And now, that's what we talked about years ago with the hey big head calls, the how you doing calls, pre-pandemic, during the pandemic, and it's probably post-pandemic. You know what I'm saying? This is where we at with it, because now you realize you need them. Like, I was listening to, the whole thing with Kevin recently. He's talking to the women about them thinking that they could just carry on without men. Let me tell y'all something. I was during this pandemic, like I said, my power, my water, my gas, nothing went out. Nothing. So my woman was here the whole time. And we was laughing because we wasn't laughing at people, but we were laughing at the idea that I was like, if I was single, uh, I could be I'll be all on POF, right now. you what you gonna, do something strange for these lights, girl. What you gonna do? I trade you some meat if you want some heat. I was like, I'll be all in that joint. All in that joint. Yeah. Because people didn't realize, a person like me, in the right spot. If you live downtown where the power was on, people loved you. You know what I'm saying? But if you live in like where I was at and the power was on, let me tell you something. I love Daddy, I love you. I don't even know you. I don't even know you. I saw your page and you was posted with your lights on, like, get it. Yeah. Could have made it I could have made it rain Monopoly money in here, like on real time. That boardwalk money, that Park Place money. I could have did it all, man. Did it all. And she was cracking up because she was like, you know what? That's kind of true. Because some of these women would have been like, I would I need a place to lay my head that's warm at night. I'm gonna get to that. You know, And this is where we at with it, because you only want him now because you need him now. And see, this spills over into the cougar and milk side of the game. And what I mean by that is a lot of these older women who are getting a cougar and milk on, they realize the error of their ways back in the day, and now they trying to get a young version of that guy, because that guy that's in their age group or above that they didn't talk to, he's well moved on. He's moved on tremendously. He don't even. She's probably a memory. A memory. But now you know what? Now, this dude, the truck driver. Oh, he worked for the energy company. He's an apprentice. He's an electrician. Oh, he's a plumber. Oh my God. You know what? How old are you? Yeah, you 25. I'm 35, but I still look good, don't I? I'm gonna put this thing on you. I gotta blow this young man mind before he know any better. Because now she needs him, because he's really in a better position in life than she is. It gets bad, man. It gets bad. Man, thanks, fam. This is where we at with it. You only want him now because you need him now. And see, here's the problem. What happens if he sees through this? See, that's the part that people forget about. What happens if he sees through, the CJ King, I'm the prize now thing, and when he looks at himself as the prize now, he looks at you as, if I'm the prize, what you gonna do? Because I'm not saying women aren't a prize, because they absolutely are, but I'm saying women wasting their prize years. And then when these guys wind up being a prize, you need him now. But see, this is the I need you for the low. I need you, but you ain't no body talk. You ain't no body talk. And what I mean by the you ain't no body talk is she needs you. She wants you, but she wants you for the low, the same way they say, we want out of shape fat Becky's for the low, or hood chicks because they for the low. It's like, oh, I know what this is about. You want this guy to have a low self-esteem, so it could be like you doing him a favor because you need him. Because if he doesn't have a low self-esteem, or he feels like you're doing him a favor by you being with him, This ain't gonna work. Because he was like, as my 8th grade teacher, Mr. McCall, said, I don't need you. I got a house. I got a car. I don't need you. Then it becomes, these guys are arrogant. These guys are full of themselves. These guys think they somebody. I can't, these guys are bashing. What are you talking about? Yeah. Brothers ain't young and dumb. Brothers ain't young and dumb. And see, now we're playing this game where the guys are figuring this out. They're figuring this out to the point that it's like, okay. Because when you dating, and this is the one thing I appreciated when I was dating. A lot of you ladies, your arrogance shows up. And what I mean by that is a guy can see your life and your lifestyle. And you can talk about it, whether, because if it's on point, it's on point. If it's on point, the guy be like, oh yeah, she on point. But I'm gonna tell you something, more times than not, she's not on point. She has something going on. That's why brothers talk this, we'll talk all of the red pill stuff, because you run into women who had an apartment, but somebody else was paying it, or somebody else was chipping in, or she lived with her mother, or she lived with her aunt, or she lived with her sister, or she lived with somebody. You know what I'm saying? But she killing it out here. But you come to figure out, oh no, she not. No, she not. No, she not. She has a bad spending habit. And that bad spending habit causes problems. And now you got to subsidize her spending habit. It's all good though. Because now when you figure that out, because ladies tell on themselves so much, they tell on themselves, even trying to be a boss, they told on themselves, So now you try to be a boss, and now you telling on yourself, and now you don't look like a boss, really. You look like you need a boss in your life. And now it comes up, now it comes up that, oh, I get it now. You need me. And some people don't want to talk about the mental illness part of this, because it sucks to talk about, where you meet somebody, she's young, she's attractive, she's in high demand. People want her. And then she gets a little older, and her demand starts going down. And then all of a sudden she's starting to have mental issues. Then she starts to have mental issues. And you're wondering, is it a real mental issue, or is the issue is her mind cracked because nobody wants her like they used to? She thought she could do this forever and forever stop, And this is what happens over and over and over again. So you only want him now because you need him now. Because some of y'all need a guy who's stable in the mind, so he can straighten you out and straighten your mental health out. This is, in my opinion, this is part of that used to be part of the rest in my femininity. This is, I want to provide and protect them now. These same people who didn't want to provide and protect the 5, 10, 15 years ago, that's not what they wanted. See, the guy that was a provider and protector, he was a lame. He was soft. Because when they say they need to feel protected, I need to feel protected with somebody who is the type of person that they say is toxic masculinity now. You wanted to have dope boy protection. You wanted to have track protection. You wanted to have the idea that if we got in a shootout, that type of protection. All them days is over with. Them days is over with. You know, now you too old to be a trap queen. Now, you know, or you too grown to be a trap queen. Like, what am I doing? Like, this is stupid. But now your mind is like, how can I fix this? And the question is, you can't. You know, you can't fix it right now because you know a lot of people need the therapy because of their bad decisions. Oh, that's cool. You know, let me go ahead and pop open this thing. You know, but you don't want him until you need him now. And some of y'all don't want your child's father. Y'all didn't want him then, but now as the kids get older, now you need him. You know, you need him now because all the bad things you taught that kid to do, now they doing it with you. See, a lot of y'all forget about that part. A lot of y'all taught these kids to be rebellious to their father, but in actuality, you taught them to be rebellious. So now it's only one person that can fix it. See, you didn't want him. When it comes to that, you didn't want these fathers in these kids' lives, and now you're talking about he is abandoned, but you need him now. You want him now because you need him. Now you're telling your kid y'all need to get along now. You know, you need to listen to him. Now that's your dad. Now that's your, you know. It used to be you ain't gotta hit what he got. Forget him. He ain't nobody. All these things have changed with age. And how I could say that and see that is because as I got older, I can see the generation 15 years younger than me either doing the exact same thing or realizing I'm not doing that. And now it's a whole different ball game. Because now it's going to be a lot of people put out the pasture. There's going to be a lot of people who ain't going to make it in these next, 20 years. And what I mean by they ain't going to make it in these next 20 years, I mean, they don't have the ability to change. They're an old dog that you can't teach new tricks. So now they're just getting older using their same old tricks, but they're an old dog. Times have changed. Don't nobody want you like that. They don't. That's why you see all these, sometimes all this divorce talk. Like I saw the Kanye West, Kim Kardashian thing, you know. And here's the thing. You can say, Kanye West got mental issues. You're right. You're right. He does. He can admit he does. That's the one great thing about Kanye West. He can admit that he has mental lapses. But Kim Kardashian, she's trying to make up drama where it don't exist with him, though. I bet you after this ends, his mental health is going to go a whole lot better. I could bet you. And, she ain't going to want him, but she going to need him. She going to need him. This part of where it came from, fam. That's part of where it came from. He's doing a great thing. But this is, where all this stuff goes to and comes from. Because now, let's get to something. You didn't want that healthy guy back then. But now you need him. See, now you need that guy who was eating right, and he was working out, and he was jogging, and he thought he was, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Now you got overweight. Now you need him. And you want him, you want that guy, that friend, maybe that ex to get you back in shape or to inspire you to get back in shape now. Because you realize it's not a good idea. That guy that was frugal with his money, he learned how to invest. And he invested in this and that and this and that. And you thought it was like, you ain't understand what he was talking about. He was boring. That was lame to you. Now, looking back at it, you see how these numbers hitting as you get older. You go, wait a minute. I remember such and such talking about Netflix 10 years ago, 15 years. I remember somebody talking about investing in what was that? Carvana, like 5 years ago. I was like, what is that? What are you talking about? He bought Bitcoin 10 years ago. That's so lame. But then something happened. And then you start, oh, where he at? I need to talk to him. I need a free financial advisor. See, you only want them now because you need them. You know? What about the guy, who was doing all the things? you know, you know, what about the guy who, he was always fixing stuff? He was always fixing stuff. He fixed cars. He fixed pretty much anything. And you would call on the time to time when you needed something fixed for the low, you know. Yeah. And now, you need him. I could pat myself on the back. I helped this one out. So I got a good friend of mine. She's a dope person. She's a cool person. I remember she wanted to get some work done in her house. And then she's like, yeah, they told me it's gonna cost this, that, and the third. This is gonna cost $20,000. And I was like, what? I said, man, they lying to you. So I sent her one of those websites who actually do home improvements. And she saw she could get something top of the line for half that price. And then she got it done. She called the people who got it done. And I'm thinking to myself, at that time, I was like, man, a lot of times these ladies don't realize who's useful until they really have to deal with life. And this is what I mean by life, because that's a friend. So I don't, but I know other people who weren't necessarily friends, or people who I tried to talk to, and that didn't work out. All of a sudden, some of the things I said back then make sense now. Then it's like, hey man, you remember that? Da, 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 da? Yeah, I remember that. I can't. You were so right back then. Whatever. So how you been? I'm good. I gotta go though. Like, you gotta realize when you don't want somebody, that stays with them. And see, on top of that stays with them, when you say you want them now, they look at you funny. And on top of that they look at you funny. I don't know, man. I don't know, fam. I really don't. I mean, he screws up too much for me, man. He's got to. He ain't gonna get me back as a fan until he gets on a path that is consistent. No hate on him, but he's the inconsistency gets on my nerves. I don't care about losing, but the inconsistency is a problem for me. The thing about it is, back to the subject though. When you realize you want them, they know it's for a reason. They know it's for a reason, and the reason ain't good for them. And on top of that, when you need these guys, you don't act like you need these guys. See, it's one thing to say, I only want you now because I need you, but you're not even acting like you need them. Like, see, when you go to the bank, you act like, look, I need y'all help. You go to church, God, I need your help. But you go to these guys, you don't act like you need their help. AB is a great marketer. He is that. He is definitely that. I would say he's the best marketer in boxing because, active. Because you do want to see him fight because he could talk his way up to get in the crowd. But now you want these people, it gets ugly. It gets ugly. Yeah, man. So now it's like, what y'all gonna do? Because now that you need these guys, and you're not gonna act like you need these guys, what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna be with people that act like they need them. Well, what's happening? How old who lost you? Hey, Adrian Broner lost me as a fan. You know. Don't do it. Don't do it, Steph. But that's what happened, you know. And hey, if I'm gonna be petty, you know what else happens, fam? Like some of us, we've been wanting to hit it so bad for so long. We go, I'm about to die, and then it's like, oh, well, I finally hit it. Yeah, you hit it about 75 pounds too late, player. But you can say, you remember her? I did it. You're gonna half tell the truth. You're not gonna tell the whole truth. Yeah, I, mean, I hit her. I did that too. Yeah, I did that. I did that. And everybody asks you when. When you do that, though. but that's how we get down, man. You know. But if you ladies don't want to play the, you ladies, y'all playing too much. I want you. I need you now. And see, I gotta take it there, just for the record. See, some of y'all, what y'all like to do is y'all like to put y'all sex on the table. And see, here's the problem with that. You only want them now because you need them now. And you assume, because I'm on the flip side of that argument, you assume that he wants that box so bad that you could put it on him one good time, two good times, give him that Corinne Stephan superhead, and you got him. But here's the one problem. You don't know, since you told him no, and since you want him now. He might have been with people way better than you in bed. See, you don't want these guys to start rating. And thanks for running back. You don't want these guys to actually tell you, their, where am I rated at the top, sex partners in your life. You don't want to know that information. You really don't want to know that information. If a dude been hitting him like DMX, he gonna run down the list like, it's Keisha, Don, Felice. He gonna do all of that. And you might be 13. You know what I'm saying? You might be 13. You remember that episode? Not the episode. Remember the movie Best Man, the Best Man Holiday. And there was a scene in there where they asked Murch. They was like, so, because Murph's wife was a stripper. Murph married Candy. What wound up happening is they asked Murph, who rocked the mic better, Shelby or your wife? He had to say Shelby. And they was like, oh. See, just because wife was a stripper did not mean she could rock that mic. Shelby was running on that thing like Whitney Houston. So it's like, you gotta stop playing this game. You gotta stop playing this game, because if you think it's gonna be sex, it's gonna be a whole nother problem. And then, mind you, here's another thing. You only want them now because you need them now. Some of y'all, and if any fellas have been down this road, you ever have sex with a woman that put you to the side or played you to the left, and maybe in a year, 2, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years passed, maybe, I don't know how life works, but time passed and y'all actually got it in, and you blew her back out, and then she gave you that look like, I didn't know it was like that. Like, oh, she thought she was gonna put it on you. Now she can't even walk to the bathroom straight. And now she want to be your woman. But the problem is, you're like, man, listen, man. I don't mess with you like that. Like, nah, no, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I thought we had something, but nah, it's really nothing. Yeah, hey, Steph's the guy, man. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know who he is now. And y'all need to holler at him about getting in shape too, because I know some of y'all got them pandemic bellies popping. But this is what's going down. This is what's been going down. So a lot of times, and I hate to be, bearer of bad news and the king of dirty Macs. A lot of times, if you wind up hitting these girls a little too well, they come back to haunt you. Like, if y'all know, I did a video on last week about she called the cops on her for Valentine's Day. That was a true story. It's still going on to this day. I had to talk to the cop yesterday. See, and let me add to this, because when it comes to lifestyle, when it comes to treatment, when it comes to attraction, when it comes to sex, you only want him now because you need him now. What happens when he's with somebody else? See, what happens when he's with somebody else? See, a lot of you ladies like to compete with somebody who's taken. You didn't compete for this guy when he was single, when he was actually checking for you. You wanted to compete for this guy when he had a woman. You thought you could outcompete his woman. And for one, he might be insulted and really write you off for life. For two, if he steps out and hit it, you only gonna be a side chick. That's it. Because you only showed up to try to break up his thing going on. That's all you showed up for. That's it. That is it. That's all you showed up for. I need him now. And I think I could take him from her. And see, some of y'all, and I'm going to be real about this, some of y'all might look better than a guy's current lady, woman, wife, whatever you want to call it. But see, here's the thing. Just because you look better than a woman don't mean you're a better woman than that woman. You might look better than her, but she take care of him better than you. She cook better than you. You know what I'm saying? She's more caring than you. She's more feminine than you. She might weigh more than you, but he like, yeah, she do. I mean, I said, yeah, you fine, you got that, but look at you. Like, all you gonna do is waste my time. I got a happy situation going on. Long live the habitual line steppers. So this is where we at with it. This is how this is gonna keep going on. It's gonna really keep going this way. So you need him now. You need him now, but he don't need you now. And sex ain't gonna get him into you. That's not gonna do it. And see, some of y'all, and I hate to say this, but I don't hate to say this. See, some of y'all want to be wife material when it's your last option. You was an independent woman. You was the boss bee. You know what I'm saying? You a 5-star chick, whatever. You a savage. All that stuff come into play. But now that you need him, because all those games and all that time that passed you by, now your last resort is to try to be wife material. And this guy can smell it on you that you need work. You need years of work. See, a lot of times, some of these guys aren't taking some of you ladies because you too old to be a project that takes years. That's what it is. You might be fine. You might be cool. But you 30 years old, and he know you're going to be a project for about 5 years because you hella messed up. You too old for that. You're not a young girl, and you're like, okay, she a young girl. I can teach you this. I can teach you that. I can teach you this. I can teach you that. I got. No. You an older girl. You a grown woman who need a whole new retraining. Man, I got all the kind of time for that. And while he has to do that, he's still quote unquote the protector and the provider, and he's still giving you the lifestyle that you need to be comfortable in. Brothers ain't got time for all that. He ain't got time for all that. See, you need him now. You need him now, but you are not an asset to him. You're a liability to him. And you think, somehow your presence makes you an asset. You know, you're not an asset. Not in those circumstances. And see, some of y'all, if I really we're gonna take it there right now. Yeah, shout out to Steph. That's the line. You're not an asset. But see, some of y'all, I'm gonna lay back for a minute. This how some of y'all get into that pseudo polygamy, because you realize you're not a full asset, but your girlfriend can make up the slack, or another woman can make up the slack. And this guy is doing so much. He's doing so much that you don't mind sharing, because you still benefiting more than you was by yourself. This is why, quote unquote, side chicks don't leave. This is why the side chicks don't leave. This is why the girls, all that, the ex-stripper culture where people was having a gang of threesomes, that's about to come back. That's about to come back. And that's about to come back for regular, everyday, blue-collar dudes who's got a plethora of you ex-boss bees and five-star chicks and savages who ran out of juice. And all you got is looking good. Because guess what? These ladies get tired of looking good in the hotel rooms on Instagram. They get tired of that. They get tired of looking good, in their stories on Instagram and Facebook. They get tired of that. And I've seen it over the last few years where certain women, they getting older and all they put up is thirst traps. That's it. All they put up is how you doing? Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. That's it. That's all they do. Because they need somebody now. And some of them look hella good. And people ain't taking it. People still, some people biting and some people not. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. Yeah, we too old to be naive now. It's over with now. It's over with. It's over with. And the crazy part about it is, I've seen women who wind up getting divorced, and they have this realization, you know what? I shouldn't have left my husband, or I need to find somebody like my husband, or I'm gonna be out of luck. This is why sometimes when people say women who've been married are easier to get married or easier to get remarried, because they know what it takes. They know what it takes. A lot of you ladies who just been single, you don't know what it takes. You know what it takes to get attention. You don't know what it takes to get a long-term commitment, because you ain't ready for them guys. You're just not ready for them guys. And it's gone problematic, because now you need them. Now you need them. Is that too late? Now you need them. And now it's to the point where he knows you need him, and he knows he can leverage that. Because now guys are starting to take advantage of it. Like, you know what you gonna do for me? Because I've seen you do a whole lot more for people for a whole lot less. What you gonna do for me, because you asking a whole lot more out of me? I'm saying, yeah, most don't, but a lot of folks know what they're doing. They do know what they're doing. I've seen it far too many times. Appreciate it, fam. I've seen it far too many times. This is where we at with it. And it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. Because now, let me give y'all some real game. Because I have one kid, so I'm one of those people who I can't say I'm not going to date a single mother. So, but I have a rule. I got a one kid rule, and what I mean by that is you can have 0 kids, 1 kid, or 2 kids. You can go one over or one under. Other than that, I can't mess with you. But here's the thing: there are a bunch of younger single mothers who realize the purpose for a man. Sheet, I got you, fam. Realize how much they want a man, and they're gonna talk to these older guys because you're not talking to them, older than them rather. I got you, fam. What's happening?
What's going on, man?
Go ahead, spit your thing, man.
Hey, man. Hey, back then didn't want me. Now I'm hot all on me. It's crazy, man. And a lot of women they know they hit the what they call it, hit the wall. But the
Mm-hmm.
whole thing, like you said earlier, the women who actually was married, they like, man, I know what it takes to get a man. All I gotta do is just shut my mouth, cook and clean, and everything else. But a lot of the other women they struggle with that because they feel like, man, why I'm not trained for this. I got to sit here and take this. He might go off the rail because I ain't clean up. Ain't no man need to talk to me like this. No man do me like this. Who he think he is? The man that you want to marry because you want kids or because you lonely? That's what it is.
And that's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna just add to the page. Forget it.
Yeah.
This is where we at though. Like we've gotten to the point that they've got a demographic of ladies who really don't understand it. We know that you need us more than we need you. So what you gonna do? You there, she?
Yeah, my bad. I was talking to somebody. What you say now?
I said they don't understand that we know that we get to a point we know that we're in high demand, and basically we know that they need us more than we need them.
Oh, as men, older men, that's when we get to that paper. So we already know. When it come down to it, you get those hey baby, how you doing? And you look cute. Like I told a lot of guys on the channel one time before. I was actually at a Publix. I went in that mug, cute girl, walk in there. I go get a sub. She said, "Ooh, the sub you getting look good. I'm gonna get what you getting." So okay, I already know she was kind of flirting a little bit. I go get the soda. She said, "Well, you picked a good sub. I might as well pick the same soda you got."
Hmm.
I'm sitting there laughing. I'm like, "Bruh, is that hard out here?"
It is.
She was pushing hard, and I'm like, "Yeah, shot, I'm good. I'm married." She like, "Oh, okay. You stay around here." She was still going for the gusto. Hey, that's what that whole situation with men back in the day was like. Do you have any friends? Can you have friends?
Hmm. But are you happy?
Yeah, yeah. Like it, liking instead of loving.
This is where we at, man. Like a lot of the sisters don't really pay attention to it because it seems to me that I'm about to say something so disrespectful, so I'm warning you.
Hey, go ahead.
When you get older, you start seeing a lot of women who are cute in the face and used to have a body, and they become bitter, and they're mad. They're so mad that you're considered attractive to women who are either their same age group that look better than them, or younger women that look better than them.
Mm,
And they don't know how to respond to the fact that, yeah, I need him now, I want him now, but he ain't gonna never pick me over these chicks. So they lose it.
hey, that's when you have the women that poison the cesspool. I mean, that poisons the pool. They go out there if they got a daughter, they tell their daughter,
Mm-hmm.
go to college, get your money. Don't worry about a man. But ma, this dude like me. He talking about marrying me. Look, men don't mean you no good. Go get your paper, girl. Get the bag. Get the let's see. That's when they start teaching their culture to their daughters. They don't want their daughters to win. And that's the bad part when it comes to most of these women. They don't want their daughters to win. They body out. What is a body like a BMW body made all wrong? So they whole thing is I ain't winning no more. Back you always hear them stories. Back in my day, I used to kill them. I used to hurt them. What you doing now? Nothing. Sitting on the porch in this rocking chair trying to let time go by. Cause that's all they can do. The body gone, the looks ain't there. That's why I tell guys when they meet these girls younger and they sitting up there, oh man, the girl got a fat booty. Man, she ain't got no brain, but she got a fat booty. Man, she don't know how to hold no conversation. She don't know how to cook clean, but that whole WAP song, cooking clean, but she got a fat booty though. Hey, when she get older, I want you to still be rubbing them hands. Man, she she got a wide booty. She ain't got no looks, body toe down. But man, she was back in the day. She was hot though. She was back in the day. She was hot though, bro. I'm just saying, like, if you only looking at the women for now and you ain't looking long term, see that's the one thing an old woman told me, and I never forget that. She said, "Look, she said you're a good young man. She said you're gonna get you a wife because you know how to do certain things. Because when I was young, I learned how to cook. I learned how to sew." All these different things because the whole thing of it was my great grandma. She always told me. She said these girls nowadays. She said because my cousin she could cook, but she was lazy. And she say by her, she let me know all these girls ain't finna be nothing. She said you need to learn how to do everything. You know, because most of the
Mm-hmm.
men in my family, they were around, but most of them they in and out because only my one uncle that was married. All the rest of them, they were in and out their relationships, and so I would deal with them on occasion. But she always ran the men to say, "Y'all need to do better for yourself." And this was my great grandma. She said, "The men need to do better. The men need to hold this. The men need to do that." She said, "I love my husband when he passed. He was the man of the house." And she taught that to us. She said, "Look, men need to do everything." And so, man, it was funny, man. But
I'm a,
a lot of
I'm
these
gonna
women
ask,
don't know how to do that.
I'm gonna ask something that I should have made a topic, but I just keep to myself for a while. When ladies, when older women, if your mother tells you to go to school and get an education and get a career, don't worry about these guys. You know what question you never ask? What you think your mama doing when you in college? Cause she doing the complete opposite. You out the house, she busting it wide open on the kitchen floor, all on the coffee table in the living room. She doing all these extreme positions she been waiting 15 years to do in the house now. She walking around with baby oil and baby oil wrestling with one of them vinyl shower curtains. You to go to school and get an education and don't worry about these guys. But she didn't tell you why you was doing that. Oh, she gonna get her O phase back. Now she gonna be looking for a quote unquote man. She gonna be your mama about to turn into Cherokee. D, your mama about to turn into Pinky. Your mama about to turn into Janet Jackman. Your mama about to turn in what is the light skinned girl? Tattoos on her cheeks. Capri Styles. That's what your mama finna do. She just didn't tell you that part. But it's okay. It's okay. So while you going through your college phase where you not talking to guys, but you talking to guys, X, you know, just know what your mama doing. She getting her freaking it on for real while you at school getting an education. Soon as she hang up that phone, there's gonna be some mic rocking going on in that house.
Hey, she was busting it for the gram. See, mamas like that back in the day, they the ones that started OnlyFans because they wanted to hide from their dogs. They couldn't do porn, so that's how OnlyFans got started. I'm letting the cat out the bag.
Wait a minute. For all you brothers in the manosphere, Hulu has a documentary on OnlyFans. If you want some material, player, oh my God. Hulu, just look at OnlyFans documentary. Your black chick from Houston sitting there with her mama. They had a, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you. Look it up. Look it up.
Hey, they give them that trial period, that 7-day trial period. You can look at all you want. Go on in there and get your content up, and do your thing. Because hey, like I say, but these women, man, they get to a certain age and they say, well, I'm gonna do two things. Either I'm gonna go ahead and try, or I'm gonna go ahead and, as Roger say, and die alone. Hey, he say work till you die. Roger always say you work till you die. The women be out there, they ain't got no man. No man don't want them. Hey, they gonna go down there to Walmart, be a greeter. How you doing? Man, welcome back.
Y'all just don't know. I'm telling you, y'all just don't know. I swear to God. And you know what? I'm gonna say this last thing, and then I'm gonna end it because it's been over an hour. You only want them now because you need them now. And I'm gonna tell you what else that kicks into. When you hit a certain age, people take race out of it, and then other women be like, "Well, I'll take them now because if you don't want them, I sure will get them." But you know what, I'm gonna have to let you go, fam. Ronan and popped up in here, so I gotta hook up with Ronan.
All right, go ahead now.
Appreciate you. Don't you start. Really, you gonna get the Kermit the Frog on?
I can tell you right now, with me doing Uber for the past 2 weeks, it is hard out here in these streets. Hard.
Go ahead and tell them, man. Just go and tell them. Because I know you got a story.
Well, yesterday there was a lady that was going through a situation, and she had her dude who I guess she happened to work with. They not only did they break up, she ended up needing a jump for her car, and she was like out of her money out of some situation. So me sitting there, okay, I was good Samaritan. I said there, got my cables. Hey, you can have these. Go do your thing. Kept it moving. I just had to look on a relief on her face when she actually received some help. But I said, like, it's not just her. It's a lot of these chicks out here who just had that whole high and mighty pious mindset. That humble pie is tasting mighty good right now. Just a little bit.
Man, thanks. I could tell y'all a story.
Go ahead.
Bruh, I can't. Look,
go ahead.
First of all, okay. I said about a week ago, I made a video that she called the police on me. She called the cops on me on Valentine's Day.
Oh, word?
Yeah. It's a true story. It happened last week.
Okay.
So, don't laugh too hard. Lord have mercy. So,
laughter heals the soul.
Go back to that video if y'all want to see it. That's that story. So, the add to this story is this is somebody I knew. We were real good friends, friends for a long time, crossed that line years ago, and then you're like, it's not going to work that good. No. So years later, we've been cool after that, But she's so mad about it now because her life is not where she wants it to be, and I'm supposed to just step in and fix it. And I've been moved, I've been telling her to get a man for years. Moved on, got a woman, all that other stuff, right? So she said she called the cops on me. She told the cops that I ghosted her for Valentine's Day. and they came up to my house. Don't you be sipping on that drink like that. And then now I'm like, she tries to Me Too me. She told the cops that I took it years ago, and she liked it so much that she came back a few other times, but I took it. And
allegedly.
Yeah. And the cop, so I called him. I was like, listen, man, I called the police, like, do I have to write a report for this? So the cop wound up calling me back. He said, listen, man, let me ask you a question. He's like, what's up? Can you do a flip? I was like, what? Man, she told me like you did a flip and flipped over in it. And I was like, what the hell?
A flip?
Look, whatever you did. Like, yeah, she said I was acrobatic in that thing. I don't know what to say. I'm like, what? You touched her like this and you caressed her like this and she ain't got over it. Now she said you took it, but she said she liked it. But then she says, she gonna write a book about it. I was like, huh?
Yeah. Hey, man. I mean,
so
look.
The guy told me, he said, look, man, don't put it all the way in, man. Just put some of it. Don't put it all in. So this is police talking to me now.
Yeah. But you can't help it though, man. I mean, like, you were definitely right when a chick is out there like talking down at you and like, oh, okay, a man remembers that. Even if she comes around, which naturally it tends to happen when she's about a few pounds heavier, a little bit weather beaten over time. But you had that opportunity. That's where, like, you look at guys like Steph and a legion of others like yourself. Like, when you reach your prime, which is in your 40s, not only you self-realize, but you're able to put yourself in a position to where you don't backslide into bullshit. So when she needs your help, hey, how you doing, big head? Oh, I'm good. You need a sandwich? You need some gas?
You see, this is coming right with stereo, right? I am not doing the 619 and the 69. Like, this is not what I'm signing up for. You can see. Yeah, hey, shut up.
Hey, man, hey, don't knock your hustle, man. I mean, it's if you guys are actually working hard and doing your thing.
Listen, man.
If a chick is, go ahead.
Ronan, I said, man, I know you got a good laugh this week. This is what I told the cop, right? He said, no. I got a good laugh for my career. This one will ride with me for the rest of my career. I'm gonna always have something. I'm like, oh my God. You know what? I need this right now.
I had a question.
Don't you do it.
What? I was just asking, like, did you do a frog splash? Did you put it in a hucklebuck? Or
what is a hucklebuck?
Look, when they got their knees touching their eyebrows or they scalp or their edges, and you in there just plowing away. I mean, that's what you used to call the hucklebuck, man.
I'm not gonna answer these questions.
What?
Fifth Amendment.
Yeah, you had a cop talk to you about it, man. Like, man, you doing flips and
Bro, you know what's bad? You know what's bad? I'm gonna tell you what was bad. Did you hear that ding?
Yeah.
I blocked her number, and I don't know how she's texting me from a block.
I knew it. Hey, L.A.R, check your windowsill just for your safety.
I ain't seen her in 2.5 years.
Don't mean shit.
No.
Don't mean shit. An imprint is an imprint. Once it's in there, it's in there. I had found the dick of death.
That's that flag.
Hey, look, man. Hey,
You know what, man? I quit. Man.
What?
I quit.
I gave you your props, man. Hey, I salute, man. Go ahead. Have your business. L.A.R. still moving.
You know what? It's time to go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless. Good night. We've been here over an hour. She was a wonderful host. Sounds so beautiful, don't you agree? But this is I quit. You understand what I'm saying? I quit.
No, you definitely right, man. When you look back at it, it's that humility. When they come back with the hey big head text and you start seeing them in a real compromising position in life, it's really humbling for them because they don't have that foresight like men do. Like, yeah, you'll get hurt. But when you look at it, it's like, okay, I needed that. I need to stay back on task. That's why I tell guys, fuck the shit out of your passion. Literally.
Don't tell me this. Oh my God.
You see what's going on right now. It is a buyer's market right now. 10 for 12 and snatch and save.
This is horrible, man.
This is reality.
So, by the way, did you hear the OnlyFans documentary comment, right?
I heard about it, yeah. I heard about it.
Okay. So that's just a plethora of material, just for everybody.
Just research.
No. Hulu. You ain't got to research. Just go to Hulu. OnlyFans documentary.
Okay, I got it. But fellas, stay on task. You got guys like L.A.R. putting you on point. All she's been saying was straight. Because it's funny. He bring back good memories. Because it does. Matter of fact, while we were sitting there talking, I just got hit with a hey big head text. I got it on red.
they said drop your channel link.
Okay, I get
chat.
it. Okay. Let me see here.
Lord have mercy. I'm gonna get after this. I'm getting out of here because I'm.
It's okay, man. It's okay. I say check your window still though.
No, bro. I got the big, I got the things that go boom. I don't, I got the cameras and everything. And now that I think about it, one of my neighbors said that they saw somebody throwing rocks at my door. I didn't get a camera. I got a camera because of that. Oh my God. You know what? Put your link in the chat so I can get out of here. All you ladies, follow the words of Boosie. Put your song live and he'll give you $1,000. So,
hey, I got you, man. Just hey, man, if you got skills, hey, you got skills. Fuck it.
I'm about to sing "I Need You Now."
Look, we are in for some interesting times. Now, fellas, just keep doing what you've been doing and watch the show. Enjoy the show.
Oh my God.
In fact, I'll put it right here. I'll sit there and post it. There you go.
I quit. I freaking quit.
Check your window though. And your vent. Check your window and vent.
In the private chat. Yeah, you put in the private chat. I got you. Yeah, this is hell, man.
When you get in your car tomorrow, check your back seat too.
Man, what? You done messed me up. You done messed me up.
What?
I ain't got time for this.
Come on, man.
I ain't got time for this.
At least use your powers for good, man.
Man, look, man. I'm sticking with one woman. She's a great woman. I might have to hang my jersey up in the game because this is some shenanigans.
No, I mean I'm sitting there messing with you, man. But the thing is, like, if you got a good woman, that's cool. That reminds a lot of these ladies that they fucked up. And they need
that's Ronald's link right there, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna count down these last 30 seconds so y'all can get the Ronald's channel, copy that, And I'm gonna mix this Gatorade with some. I ain't got nothing else to say. Oh God.
What's wrong, man? Do your thing. Be happy.
You remember the ladies' man?
Which one?
Leon Phelps.
Oh, Leon Phelps. Shit. I missed
I
it.
blame it on the wang.
Yeah. Hey man, it's a gift, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we out of here. Y'all take care. I'm done. Pray for me. Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you. Peace.